How are you doing with your New Year's resolutions?
Can't remember what they were.
Not too good then.
No.
Oh, says her. How are you doing? How are you doing with
was
yours?
one of them to write more things down?
Probably. I got a diary, but I forget to write in it. And when I remember to write in the diary, I forget to check it. There are just so many things. Can I just share your friend with the bladder?
Oh no.
He shall remain nameless. But
You've probably met him.
Personal.
all their mates, they're straight off the flipping building site, right? And I'm not a snob, but no, they're very nice people. But there's this lad, and he's a nice lad, and we went to Angela's housewarming, and it was in the week between when the Euro Millions was 65 million rollover and 110 million rollover.
Big money.
Which incidentally was won by one 25-year-old Spanish woman. And they were all impressed by this potential 110 million. They hadn't played it the week before when it was 65 million, and they're all going, oh, I'm going to have a right good go at it. That amused me. It's like, oh, I'm going to put about 6 lines on I am. And I thought, what? So when it was 65 million, you thought, sod that, I'm not going to bother?
Wouldn't get out of bed for that.
What do you mean by have a right good go at it? Perhaps you could explain, because you're the only Leicester, the sort of the Leicester-farian person among
I
us.
don't understand. No, on this one, you've got me, to be honest.
The regular lottery, to get the jackpot, it's a 1 in almost 14 million chance. Are
And
there
it's
less
7
numbers?
Combinations
On the Euro Millions?
No, there's more, because
There's more.
there's 7 numbers.
Okay, so it's worse. So
It's
6
1 in
lines,
35 million or something like that.
6 lines on the Euro Millions does in no way qualify as having a good go, right?
Well, I suppose if you normally put 1 line on and then you do 2, I suppose you're doubling your chances. You know.
If you don't normally
so
do
his
it and you
chances
suddenly
are
do 6 lines, I mean that's a dramatic increase.
yes, it is, I suppose. So instead of 1 in 35 million, or it might be even more than that, then suddenly it's 6 in 35 million. So it's about 1 in 6 million. 1 in 6 million, and if he won, he probably wouldn't know what to do with it. 110, it equated to 100 million quid. And I thought, well, good luck to the person who won, really. If it was him.
You've not really mentioned the bladder.
No, but it's just the way I identify him. I didn't want to say anything personal, because that's not the only thing about this guy. He blames it on one kidney. He drinks a lot. What I mean is
I know who it
he
is.
drinks quickly. And he's a nice enough lad, but he's got a serious bladder weakness, and he blames it on having 1 kidney. I'm not sure, because your kidneys would take time to process any type of food or liquid, and I'm sure other people that have 1 kidney manage fine. He must drink about half a pint and have to run to the toilet. Why?
What have you seen
Don't
this for
drink as
yourself?
much. Well, I haven't seen him on the toilet.
Obviously, but have you witnessed him drinking
I've
like
met
half
him.
a pint?
Yeah. Or drink a full pint, but then every 5-10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, and that's not an exaggeration. This poor lad, I'm just thinking.
Is he trying to keep up like everyone else is necking pints
I'm
and he's
just
thinking,
thinking,
oh,
yeah,
he's
so-
still got like he's
What
drunk like a
about
third
if
of his
I'm
pint and he's
just
looking
thinking-
worried.
Wasn't like he was
He's
trying to
looking
keep up
worried.
with me.
A couple of things came to my mind. What if he has a matchstick to step around on the way to the bathroom, and someone else gets there before him? Does he just open a window? You've got sash windows, haven't you? Anyway, and just drink less. If you've got that sort of bladder,
Yeah.
or you've only got 1 kidney, drink less.
I'd imagine it's only a problem, like I said, when you're down the pub and everyone else has drank like 3 pints,
This
4
was at our
pints,
house.
5.
Yeah, this isn't my house.
Right.
And
So why is it a problem? I mean, it shouldn't be a problem at the pub.
Well,
it's
I
just
mean,
a
it's
bloke
my
thing.
toilet, to be honest.
What? That's the problem.
And her other mates were all.
That's the problem.
Her other mates, it was like being on a building site when he would run off. They'd go, there he goes again, hey up, and run, you know what I mean.
He gets up and everyone's clapping him.
Exactly like that, right? And but I was. The thing is, he seemed to be a bit of a sort of pleasant but simple character, for want of, and I don't mean that offensively, Angela. I'll tell you that now. But just he also smoked with his beer, and I thought. He was doing everything in such quick succession, going to the toilet, drinking and smoking. I thought, does he ever get his hands mixed up or and burn himself or something like that, Honestly, you wouldn't believe it was like, half a cigarette, half a pint, run to the toilet. It was ridiculous. I Imagine what it was like as a kid.
If you've got that problem, don't smoke is my advice. You have to take
It's
enough
probably
breaks
not
to go to the
good.
toilet.
Don't drink.
Well, you've got to drink something.
Well, don't
But you
drink
know,
that
don't
much.
drink to excess. Yeah, but
Yeah.
smoking's just adding to it. You've got to
Imagine
take
how
breaks
many
for that
nappies
as
you
well.
went through as a kid.
Has he had this problem his entire life?
I don't know. I've not known him.
Well,
that
he's your
long.
mate.
I know, but I've not known him since he was 3, have I?
Well, I don't know when he got out of nappies.
It's definitely Leicester.
I've only known him since he was like 18. So
But I'm guessing, okay.
that's
Well,
too
that's
much.
still a few
nearly,
years.
nearly 7 years.
Is it?
Yeah.
But the whole thing amused me, and it was really about the lottery. It wasn't.
They attract weirdos.
You gave it voluntarily.
Which you won't be doing again.
It'll be the first and last podcast with me on.
Well, this will be fine. We'll edit it.
Yeah.
We'll edit it. It'll be fine. I'm sorry that your young lady Kelly couldn't be here today.
Yeah.
Because I was
She's not
actually
feeling
going
too
to
good.
sort of bring her slightly. It's not because she was worried about me taking the mick or anything like that, is it?
No, she doesn't worry about that anymore.
Does she not? Why
It's
not?
part and parcel.
Yeah.
Well, just last
Part
time
of
I
the
saw
package.
Kelly, she said, if we had a kid, because I'm from Essex, would it have a Midlands accent? If you remember.
No, she did. I don't remember that
She
at
did
all.
when we were sitting here.
Did
When,
she?
when I cooked, she did. She said,
Oh,
"Oh no, she didn't say if we, but she said if
what you
if
mean
someone
you-
from the
if
north
you,
had a
if
kid,
you and her had a kid,
we
because you meet in the middle. That
yeah,
makes
yeah,
sense.
but it doesn't make sense at all. Of course, it wouldn't have a Midlands accent.
I
Someone
know.
from the northeast have a kid with someone from the southeast. Would it have a Midlands? What? That's ridiculous.
It doesn't make sense. But you know, I was saying I went to the Natural History Museum and it was full.
Oh,
and I went
yeah.
home. Well,
It was
We
fun when
went-
you went home.
yeah, we went again the other week.
Hold on. So you got from Leicester. You got the train to London. Went to turned
Yeah.
round.
Well, it was
came
all right. It
immediately
was all
back.
right because we were already going to Essex because
Oh,
that's
right.
where Kel's from, as you've mentioned. And but we went again recently. The Darwin exhibition had disappeared, so I was a bit
Oh,
gutted
that's
about
what you
that.
went to see.
We went to
Oh,
see
that
that,
would
and
be
it was
amazing.
it had disappeared. But we got to go anyway, and I thought brilliant because I've not been since I was a kid. I can't remember how old I was when I very first went. To be honest, it wasn't as good as I remembered it. I think when you're a kid, things like that tend to impress a lot more.
Definitely. And the first time you see something.
Yeah, absolutely. But we were walking through the dinosaur section, and we were talking about.
I've just seen the look on her face. Right,
know, I
it's
was
like the
just
kid
They
that's
weren't
just
alive.
opened.
No, I was just thinking.
It's
in
like-
fact, I
If
went
any
to
listeners in
London
the
and there was
future can just picture a kid opening a mystery paper bag and seeing that its favourite sweet is in the bag.
No, right. I was just thinking because I went to London and there was like a James Bond exhibition somewhere, and I was trying to work out if that would have been the Natural History Museum.
I don't think
or
so.
Probably not.
Probably more likely to be the British Film Institute or something like that, possibly. But
Anyway, carry on.
That's
yeah.
ridiculous.
That was what the look
I mean,
was,
I
that
know
was
they're
it.
old now, all the ex-Bonds, but
But anyway, we were walking through and we
think
saw.
what she's just said.
It's ridiculous, but I'm just going to ignore it and carry
You
on.
are educationally inferior to the rest of the human race. If you think that is